Yo!
Yo!
What's up?
Welcome to Reality After Show coverage of Survivor. It's Survivor Talk, the Survivor After Show. I'm Jonny Fairplay, Survivor Hall of Famer, joined by Survivor expert Bobby Goodsby and my good friend, fellow castaway and Balboa tribe member, Ryno Opray. You all know him as Ryno, or the only Ryan, because they made the other Ryan's life miserable. Ryno,
What about Ryan
up?
Aiken? What about Ryan Aiken? We got to include him in it.
I mean,
I'm doing good. How
Ryan
you guys
Aiken had a
doing?
good run with Jenna Maraska right out of the gate.
Yeah. Sorry about Indy being in the camera.
It's okay. We're dog friendly here.
Oh,
in spite of the fact I don't really like dogs. I'm a cat guy. It's okay. Love the pussy.
Oh, it fucking figures. Of course you are.
Of course I am. I got Jimmy the cat. He's in the other room. He's great.
Yo,
so, Ryno, I saw you. I saw you about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
You're looking good. You're feeling good.
Clearwater, Charlotte. Fuck.
We were in Clearwater, Florida. The Hulksters riding by on golf carts. We're hanging. Like, life is insane.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I didn't, you told me to come earlier. I couldn't come earlier, and I wanted to meet him. And then you sent me the picture, and I was like, "Fuck, I missed the Hulk."
Oh, I thought you were there for that. Never mind. I'm not one to bring up stuff to make you feel bad, but I will show everyone this. Back in the day, there was a thing called TV Guide that was really awesome, and if you were really famous, you got to be on the cover, or if you were 2 votes away, you were not. And
Isn't Burton on there?
Yeah, Burton made the cut.
That's awesome. Good old Bert.
Burton looks good these days.
Oh yeah, he's in fucking phenomenal. He's always been in good shape though. Yeah.
So peek behind the scenes. So we're gonna talk some old school Survivor. We're gonna talk Pro Islands and stuff. But we'll peek behind the curtain. It was a later challenge. It was around merge time, and it might have been when me and Burton went on the loved one, or not the loved one, when he won the car. It was right around that time. But me and Burton were hanging out, and Mark Burnett walks by, and he was like, "What'd you think of that challenge, Burton?" And he was like, I do a horrible Mark Burnett accent, so please don't penalize me here. And Burton's like, "Oh yeah, it's pretty good." He goes, "Was that tougher than Eco Challenge?" And Burton's like, "Shut up."
You seized, Johnny.
That couldn't have been
perfect seizure. I'm going to screen capture that.
That was perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, we need to take a quick screenshot of that one. That's
I got it. I got it for you. I'll send it.
You guys send that to us.
Absolutely perfect.
So let's while we wait for Johnny to reconnect, I have to apologize. He's going through the Hurricane Debbie right now. So he, being on the East Coast, might come in and out of the feed here, but we will continue on as scheduled. So, Ryno, I'm a big super fan. I've been a fan of Survivor for many years. A little background on me. I watched the first 2 seasons as a kid growing up. After that, kind of fell off, and then in college, picked it back up in the later, I think it was, Johnny's out. He's coming back. It was, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the season, but it was the season that Fabio won. That's where I started back up. Again, and I've watched every season since, and I've gone back and rewatched your guys' season. A couple of years ago, I watched it for the first time. Having known Johnny for a while, I was like, I might as well at least see a season, see exactly what all this hype is about him being a supervillain.
You know what? It's actually a fantastic season. After like sitting there and watching it with my friends, literally seeing myself on TV, going, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm going, "Oh Jesus, don't do that, don't do that." And there's certain things, when you're watching it afterwards, and it's very surreal because you're thinking, I did all this stuff. The cameras catch every single thing, and all this stuff happens, and it's so intense and chaotic and crazy. Yeah. Oh, there's Johnny. We were just talking about how
just don't mind Hurricane Deb coming through and knocking out my internet every hour on the hour for 1 second just to knock out my Wi-Fi.
It's okay.
I'm on a hotspot. We're okay.
The show will go on.
I got real lucky because she came in as a tropical storm, but the neighbors were saying when this house is here, because I bought this house in October, and the backyard wasn't as flooded as when Ian was here. And it still hasn't gone down. So, I mean, all the houses in Florida, they put them on sand, they lift them, so you're not getting as much flooding. But I'm like thinking, man, they might need to do a little bit more because we've been getting hit. Like even during the wintertime, it was getting rain. So, I don't know. They said there was a lot more rain. It was a little more uncommon. But, yeah, we were just talking about Pearl Islands and how surreal it was to watch with our friends at home and be like, what's that guy? Oh, and it's you, and you're thinking to yourself like, oh, there I am on camera doing absolute stupid shit, running in a jungle naked. I actually looked at my grandma and I go, Grandma, I'm sorry.
I wish I could have looked at my grandma, but I was right beside her watching. Never mind. I take all that back.
She was watching Jerry Springer, not Survivor.
Yes. For the record, her favorite show at that time was Survivor, and her second favorite show was was Jerry Springer, followed by Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil's not bad. Jerry Springer, I don't know if you guys know, I'm sure Johnny knows this, but Andrew was Springer's attorney.
Oh, really?
Did you know that, John?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. That was the thing that I didn't understand. So on the Drake tribe, I was working at an art gallery in Los Angeles, and I was doing okay. I wasn't doing great, and prior to that, I'd been Roddy Piper's personal assistant, and it was a dream job in some ways and not others. And but life was just good. It's not changing the rest of my life. Burton, a graduate of the Kellogg School of Business, he was just about to launch his new video game system that didn't come out, but they raised a lot of money, and and he had just done Eco Challenge. Burton was doing well off, but he didn't acknowledge. Like, I think he referenced the Kellogg School of Business just to be like, hey, I'm not just a jock, I'm smart. So if you want to work with me, I'm not just a pretty face, or I'm not just a muscle guy. So he gave us just enough, but he hid plenty. And then Rupert's like, my life's horrible, everything has been a failure. I mean, if you've read Rupert's book, which is amazing, for those of you that haven't read Rupert's book,
I love Rupert though. He's a genuine.
I do too, but his book it's just him airing all the grievances of everyone that had wronged him prior to Survivor. That's the entire book. It's like, and this guy screwed me over, and I was working at this nightclub, and he screwed me over, and then
hey, you know what? I'm bitter with people, but I'll say it to their face, but I'm not going to write a book about it. That's
So that was Rupert's. So, but anyway, and Trish was a very successful realtor, but down, she talked about her marathon running. She had run 26 marathons. But she was just like, hey, I'm an older female. I've run 26 marathons, so don't vote me out because I'm a weak older female. This is what I'm bringing. So, like, people on the Drake tribe gave just enough to where there wasn't super ammunition to work against you. Whereas on the Morgan tribe, I don't know what the dynamic was or what the conversations were. I do know that 4 of you came up to me. They're like, hey, in case you're wondering, our leader that we elected to be your leader, Andrew Savage, he's got a trophy wife. He just bought a brand new mansion, and according to him, it's beautiful. He used to be Jerry Springer's attorney, and he's about to become the main attorney for Yahoo. And I was like, oh, well, that sounds like someone I would really love to send home.
Yeah.
I didn't mention that. Who mentioned that?
I heard from multiple people that he had just bought his wife a Jaguar, had just got a new house, and he was the attorney for Jerry Springer. I knew that on the island.
Oh, okay. Huh. Yeah, I didn't really do any research.
And I'm just like, and I'm like, and you guys appoint this guy leader, and you're not getting rid of him. Like, I mean, if you want to appoint him leader and get rid of him, I get it. But you're just like, nope. Sounds great. Is there any way we can continue your dream? Because we're here for it.
No, at that point, everybody directed themselves to Andrew, and I was just, whatever. If he wants to lead, because as soon as I knew I'd make the merge, I was strong enough to do stuff in challenges, and I was smart enough. I watched the game. I'm like, I'm not going to be the leader. That dude gets taken out. So I wanted to be right there next to him, as is, his right hand man type.
You were the right hand. You're the right hand man.
I was the right hand dude. But no, and when we were, because Johnny, we never really talked about this. What's that?
Oh, you broke up.
That's
John.
why you're here.
No, there you
go. That's why you're here. You're the right hand man.
Yes, exactly. But no, like with our relationship, everybody, and they, obviously are going to edit and shoot stuff and look like we're screwing around. We were doing the majority of our stuff during the day, but they were sending me out in the water to fish or go fish, build a shelter, do this. So after a while, I was like, dude, I got to take a break. So you see Austin and I throwing the coconut, and that's way before he decides that he's like, I'm done. How they took all their footage and did everything. And I was like, this is crazy. And we had an ocean. You guys had a lakefront.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like Drake. Yeah, no, you guys are swimming in an aquarium.
Told, and I love to make fun of Ryno and the Morgan tribe and that whole deal. But truth be told, we literally had the most beautiful lagoon in the history of summer. Like, there was no place better than Fairplay Beach or Drake Beach, whatever you want to call it. It was wonderful, and the spot that I had that you and I would go take naps at when I had to babysit you was one of the best spots.
Oh, it was so nice. It was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Charlotte,
but I got a chance. I purposely didn't want to go over early, because we on Pearl Islands, if your tribe won the reward, you got to loot an item from the other tribe, and so. So there were Burton was like, I want to go over there. I'm like, no. Burton goes over there. He's going to talk to the guys. They're gonna join up, and then I'm out of here. And then
exactly.
and whoever wanted to go. I always had to figure out what was best for my game. So like Sandra, who really early on was not communicating with any of us. I'm just like, well, she's not going to go out of her way to communicate with any of you. Sandra's the first person to go. So we send over Sandra, and then we send over, I think, was Trish next?
No, wasn't it Krista? And
Krista, and then Trish.
Being a total, it was you. Oh, it was Sandra, Krista, and then you. Because
then Trish
came over and was being.
No, Trish was third. I was fourth.
Oh, okay. But Trish came
over.
But
I purposely, because Trish went over there. She's like, yeah, they wanted me to take that, but I said no, and it was just like, and Trish and I had the conversation. She was like, pretend you want that, but just do this. So, but I purposely went over last because I was like, A, I want to see the other beach. B, this is my last chance to try to actually be nice before the merge. Yeah. And it was so great because you look at the edit and Savage is like, Johnny came over here with this diplomat hat, and he's just like, he goes, and then he says that they threw the challenge, and this little fucking piece of shit, he's going, and I was just like, I actually
he was being nice. That. Yeah, he was really upset about that. He was not having it.
But I literally went to be nice and do damage control going into the merge, but I want to see your beach sucked. You had
terrible.
One of the worst beaches in the history of Survivor.
Ever, yeah. I mean, we had big waves, and I had to go out.
It was big. I mean, like if you wanted to surf, it was perfect.
Yeah, you could surf. So when I went out with the Hawaiian sling, I had to go out on the rocks with Dara, and I'm all, just keep an eye on me. You remember Tucker? He was the camera kid. He was like a PA.
Yeah. Well, that
goes,
was
hey,
so
you know,
we had the A-team crew on the Drake tribe, and you guys had the B team.
Yeah.
Morgan. So I didn't get a lot of interaction with
We
Tucker.
had what did you call us? Jenny Craig Island?
Craig Island.
We were out of food for 3 or 4 days. I was like, man. Hey, I was so pissed, but I couldn't say anything. I was so weak at that point. You guys were having a great time talking shit, and I'm going, yeah, they're right.
So
Go ahead, Bobby. Sorry.
I was just going to say, I actually showed my wife your guys' season for the first time a couple of weeks ago. We started, and now we're only a few episodes in, and it's been a couple of years since I watched your guys' season, but she was very taken back about the whole fishing thing because she was like, wow, they actually got a spear to go fishing. I'm like, yeah, they do that on season stuff. But when they lost on your beach, Johnny, when they lost the head of the of his spear, Rupert Spear.
Oh yeah.
How was that actually on the beach? Like, how much did he lose his mind because the spear was gone?
You mean when the scuba divers handed it to him?
Oh, is that what happened?
Supposed to talk about that.
Oh,
I don't think
there
that
is
happened.
no way Rupert found that, and I don't care what.
Johnny no, he did. No, he didn't. So here's how. It was much worse than what they showed. To be honest, yes, sir. No, it was much worse than what they showed. So Sean goes out, like Rupert doesn't want him to go out there, and Sean's like, "I want a glory moment," and I'm just like, I'm like, dude, we are catching so much fish. They're not like they're going to show either Rupert catch fish or Burton catch fish. They're not going to show the third guy catching a fish. They don't like that. That's not a shot to show. He's like, I want my glory moment. So he had to go out there with a spear. So he comes back, and I was like, how'd it go? He's like, you know, and I was like, you lost the spear, and he didn't know. He had no clue he lost. He's like, oh yeah, I lost the spear. I was just about to tell Rupert. He had no clue he lost it when he got ashore. And so he's like, where'd you lose? He's like, over there. And he's like, oh, that's the size of it. And Rupert literally swam laps for, I don't know, probably 90 minutes. So, but there was we didn't have a scuba team out there.
But in reality,
I was watching because I was just at that. I came in, and what a lot of people don't know. So prior to Survivor, I didn't tell anyone I was playing Survivor except for 3 friends: Thunder D, my buddy Alex, and my buddy Bryce. So those are the only 3 people I told. So my buddy Alex, he used to go to all the clubs and stuff, and he was like, "Hey, there's this guy named Sean that's going to be on your season. He's going telling everybody's going to be on Survivor." And I was like, okay. I was like, are you guys friends? He's like, yeah, kind of. He's all right. So I get out there, we jump off the boat, and Michelle is like, she goes, hey, I'm going to lose my glasses. I don't know what to do. And I was just like, well, I'm a pretty good swimmer. Let me put your glasses in my sock, because I had long socks. I'm like, let me put your glasses in my sock. I'll swim to shore with just my arms, and I'll protect your glasses. So anyway, we do that. We get all the way to shore. I get out. I'm dying because I'm just using my freaking arms like an idiot. I go, here's your glasses. She goes, oh, thanks. Well, I had contacts too. Did not care. And I'm like, okay. And then we get on the boat, and she's like, you know, everyone's like, hey, where are you from? Whatever. I'm just like, I'm from Virginia. I'm a Hokie. And she's like, I was a Hokie cheerleader. I was like, holy shit, this is perfect. I saved your glasses. I'm the proudest Hokie you've ever met in your entire, like, I love Virginia Tech football more than life itself.
That's true.
You're a Hokie fan. She's like, yeah, I don't really care about that stuff. And I was just like, wow. Then I meet Sean, who happens to be in my tribe. I'm just like, hey, you know Alex? Last name redacted. And he was like, yeah. I was like, that's one of my good friends. He told me you're going to be out here. He was like, yeah, I don't really know him that good. And I'm like, can anything work out any worse here?
Yeah, I think if you and I were on the same tribe, we could have really done some damage because we
Oh
wouldn't
my
have
God,
been.
Ryno!
It would have been.
I can tell you, we'd be married right now. Ryno would be the strongest, softest bottom you've ever seen in your entire life.
I think I know what that means. Dude.
I think
Bro.
it means I think it means gymnast.
Yeah. What does Burton say all the time? Dude. Dude.
Hey fucker.
Yeah, hey fucker. So back to the spear thing. I think you're right because of the water being so calm there. It wouldn't be moving around so much. But as far as like, God, could you imagine in my beach with that shell? You went out there and shampooed.
It was
right?
horrible.
I
mean, I make fun and I say there's an A team and a B team. There was. I mean, like they knew when they put together the tribes, like there was something special with you. There's something special with Andrew Savage. There's something special with Tawana. There's something special with Dara. There, to a degree, other like Austin could have been, but he wasn't. But they looked at the other tribe and they're just like, holy shit, we got Rupert, the tie-dye guy that thinks he's a fucking pirate. Jonny Fairplay, the first guy to ever really just like literally come out there and say, I want to be the biggest bad guy of all time. I want to fuck everyone over. I'm doing the dead grandma lie. And Sandra, the lippy Latina, Burton, the stud. They're just like, okay, we're giving them the good beach. We're giving them the A team on production.
Yeah, because they moved all of us as soon as we merged over there. And at that point, we really, after Andrew was gone and Lil came back, we really had no way. I had no way. The only thing, you could have saved me, but you were right. You were like, dude, I couldn't when we had this conversation after Tribal, you're like, I couldn't fucking save you. I wouldn't have won against you. Because everybody over there, all you guys liked me. And that was not good.
No,
we
had loaded up who's to say it was Final 2, Final 3? We were playing for Final 2, but we had loaded up. There were so many Morgans on the over there that, and any move I made to get there, I was fucking over a Drake to do it.
Yeah.
So I knew my way to win was to take Lil that everybody hated. Everybody. For those of you wondering at home, everybody hated Lil.
Really?
Or take Sandra, who I felt more Morgans disliked more than me.
And you know what? It wasn't hate. We didn't hate her, but it was just at the time, and
dislike.
Seen what's that? Say it again.
Dislike.
Dislike,
not hate.
We just,
dislike.
And Andrew really didn't like her because of some of the stuff that was said, like, oh yeah, you're gonna come. Oh, you lied to me, Andrew. I mean, all this stuff, and I knew she was coming back. I go, and Tawana runs down there with the coat. Oh, hey, and I'm like, hey, Lil, how's it going? And Andrew's literally steaming at that point. He's just like, are you kidding me?
And Andrew, once again, professor of the game, going, well, this is our first vote, obviously, is like, no, you can't vote her. That's what did you not catch that part? And he is like, no, me and Jeff are too busy doing our secret handshake. And
well, me and OT told him that, and he's like, I'm out. And he's like, well, no, that's not true. We're gonna vote Lil. I go, no, Burton and Lil have a free pass. And you have to be able to incorporate in the game. I get that, but people that still to this day, I mean, I still didn't. It's great for TV. Watching it, I was like, God, this is awesome. But
I love it. You watch when they do the Outcast thing, like everyone's like so angry, and my smile, I'm just like, this is good TV. Like, because the entire time I was out there, I just looked through the lens of television. I'm just like, this is great fucking television.
Andrew's face and my face are devastated because we're just beat. And nobody in the challenge, like we were so far behind, and I'm like,
here's the best thing about that challenge for them to come back. So we're sitting, they do the Outcast twist. I'm fucking smiling because I think it's fucking great television. We get back, they put us in a little group. So he's like, it's like, okay, was it you or Savage running to begin?
Savage, he told me, and I was like, I need to run. I'm good. And he's like, no, I'm running. I'm faster. I'm like, okay.
So Savage and then Burton. And then so whatever. So right before we went out, we had the tribe huddle, and Rupert goes, "This is bullshit. They shouldn't be here. All I know is we're gonna win this." And I was just like, "The fuck we are." Did you see the fucking eye of the tiger in Burton right now? This thing is over before this dude is single-handedly gonna win this challenge. He goes, "How can you say that against?" I'm like, I'm saying logic, dude.
Yeah, hey, John, you remember, like, I wasn't looking over, but watching it, he threw his flag and that flagpole all the way to the front. Like, one arm toss. I was like, oh, we're getting killed. Because Austin was exhausted. Dara, right beforehand, she got heat exhaustion. Remember that? So and everyone was complaining about her getting water. And I'm like, the girl's going to fucking die. She has to have water. So they gave her water.
I know.
She didn't do anything.
And for the record, I was a chief complainer. My whole thing was I had never seen Survivor before I was cast. And I ordered every episode off eBay and studied the game. And I didn't like it because I thought it was too fun. I didn't like the funness of it. And so I liked Real World where, they yelled at each other and people fought and they had three-way and Hobbs. We missed that part, but whatever. So, but I wanted to make it more.
I know two people that didn't miss
evilly
that part.
Competitive.
Did you hear me?
So I wanted to make it more evilly competitive. So during challenges, and so like I would scream. I'm like, "Fuck you! You're losers! You'll never be anything." I mean, like you guys hated me.
Oh yeah.
So and me screaming at you, saying all these vile things. You guys started screaming at us, and so it just turned the whole thing into like it was literally just a bomb ready to explode.
Yeah.
So it was when Dara's getting water from heat exhaustion. Yes, the real human being in me wants that person, but I'm just like, this is bullshit. She can't have water. She can die over there, and then we don't have to vote anyone out.
That's a good point, but you know me, I wasn't going to let Dara die. Not on my watch.
Well, that worked out.
Oh, Ado, he's standing there. I'm all, what are you doing? And the guys were still putting the mics on Dara, and I grabbed her, and they're trying to lay her the opposite direction. I'm like, I go, put her head towards the ocean, put her knees up so she can get blood flow back in her head. It's not rocket science, but I went through an EMT program, and I'm like, what? That's when all the stuff came out that none of these guys were doctors. And I'm like, wait, what? But I mean, they were. I just think they didn't think
brother.
It was very, very serious. And I'm like, hey, guys, this is going to get bad if you don't do something. And finally, Jeff came over. But before that, my point was they had what? Chicken and eggs. And what did they say they had?
No. That's not true. They had every day to eat. They had an apple and a portion of rice. That was it. They could fish there. They gave Burton a spear to fish. However, Burton tried to fish, but instead they were told that Burton had to teach them to swim because half the people didn't know how to swim. So Burton's performing YMCA lessons, teaching them to swim. Like, Burton was just like, he goes, if you thought it sucked being on this island, and you thought it sucked being voted out of this game, nothing sucked more than to these fucking idiots.
Yeah, because he had to go and teach Ryan how to swim and Lil and everybody. So that was tough. I mean, but they did have shelter. They were in little cabanas or something like that. But what the crazy part is when I talked to cabanas,
and we were like, what a lot of people don't know is our finale.
No,
you're there. You're still there. Or maybe not.
Okay. Our finale was supposed to be live where
In
we
Panama.
filmed, because they had built this whole. They had built it. So, peek behind the curtain. Our tribal council
Was
the guy
amazing.
that did the production of Star Wars Episode
Pirates.
1
But
did
he also
the
did
production
Pirates.
of our tribal council.
Because Pirates was
He
out
also
there
did
when we
Pirates?
were out there, remember? Yeah.
Hmm.
So the guys that were doing Pirates
Well,
of the
no, but Star
Caribbean
Wars
were
Episode
building the
1 is
sets.
better than Pirates.
No, but what I'm saying is the guys from that production, they're already there doing Pirates of the Caribbean. So they built that. But it was
the guy that did
amazing.
The guy did the production. So they built our tribal council, and they built these cabanas for it. It's this awesome thing. And we were supposed to go back there for the finale. And then right before the finale, a hurricane just wiped out everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we got lucky.
But our finale is actually supposed to be right back there where we were.
So
those cabanas, when you get voted out in your cabana, is a 1-person cabana, and it was a beautiful bed, and you had a TV
awesome.
and a DVD player and a
nice little
shower, and it was super nice. And they had your favorite. When you got voted out, your favorite food was waiting for you, and your favorite movie ever was waiting for you. So I get voted out, and final 3, and they go, "Hey, Fairplay, we're kind of out of food, so here's what we got." And I'm like, "Okay, thanks." And then I go to get my movie. I think the movie. What I choose, American Psycho. And so I go to get my movie. I look, it's about a boy. And I'm like, what the? And they're like, oh, yeah, Ryno stole your movie. So Ryno's favorite movie is about a boy, in case you're wondering. I got fucking Hugh Grant waiting for me where I need some Christian Bale action.
My movie was Dumb and Dumber. Burton's was Black Hawk Down, right?
Black Hawk Down, yes.
Burton, we love you, buddy.
It's a sequel. I don't. Was
there
a trilogy?
Redux.
So yours was not about. Whose was about a boy? How did I end up with about a boy?
A Savage or something? No, he was gone. Maybe Lil. She's a Boy Scout troop leader. Maybe it was Lil's.
There you go.
I don't know.
Well, they said you took my movie.
Oh, did they? That's funny as shit. No, I didn't touch anybody's shit. I ate all the food though.
Yeah,
I went from Ryno
and the last day of filming, they took all the booze because they're just like, we don't need you guys hammered for the final tribal council. All the booze have been taken away, and I'm just like, I just got here, So I had booze that night, but the next day they took all the booze, and Ryno goes, yeah, I got what was it? 2 bottles. Was it Jim Daniels?
Jameson. I mean Jack Daniels. Yeah. So Johnny and I got drunk.
Was it Jack? We literally finished 2/5 by ourselves, and they're just like, so when you see me with the stupid dealer,
you guys aren't supposed to do this.
Well, here's my
question. Mad
oh
too.
yeah. Here's my question for you. Sorry. Go ahead, Ryno.
Oh, so when we went into Panama City, so I was the first one on the jury, so I'm like sitting there twiddling my thumbs, and then it was Rupert and then Tawana, and I think Krista came, and then we went to Panama City. So we went and ate and did all this stuff, and they go, oh, so what do you want to do? And I'm like, we're going to the liquor store. So I knew I had to get stuff for John. I had to get stuff for Burton. So I was getting all this and stashing it. Yeah, I was stashing it for us because I knew they were going to be like, you guys can't drink. And John knows me. I'm like, we're drinking. Like if I was on the tribe, your guys' tribe in the beginning, the wine would have never gotten to anybody else.
I know. There's lots of decisions that I regret share-wise on Survivor.
Yeah, so it was interesting, that final tribal council afterwards, and Mark Burnett I remember he got, he get us margarita. He started making margaritas, and he pulls me aside. He's all, don't tell Lil that anything about what happened or how the vote. She's asking everybody, and he was basically hiding with me and John and Burton. Remember that when we were like hanging out afterwards? Yeah. That was great. He was cool.
No,
I love Mark. He's a great guy.
It was the cool kids club.
Yeah, I love Mark. And then Jeff was there for a little bit, and then he took off. But it was cool because it was just it was a group of friends.
Mark hung out forever.
Oh yeah. And
Mark hung out forever, and he literally, so like, you know, when we do our stupid questions, you know, it's just like, you know, they go by, they're like, hey, what do you want to ask? And I was just like, well, I want to ask it. They're like, someone's already got that. I'm like, all right, I'll ask this, I guess. They're like, someone's already asking that. I'm just like, oh, so, you know, so I'm just like, if you have to, and my question literally meant nothing. I was just like, I am literally just going to fucking attack Lil. They're like, okay, we're here for it. So I do, and she loses. I mean, she's crying, and they do like 3 tape changes. It is so bad. I'm at that time in my life, I was probably a horrible human being. I can admit that, and apologies, Lil. You did not deserve the full attack but you could have taken me the final two.
She didn't. She made the final two.
She did not deserve that full onslaught. However, she did do the, hey, you know, they made me wear this, blah, blah, blah. And we did get a cut tape right there. Mark Burnett goes, fuck that. You literally sent 10 hours of video footage of you in your stupid Boy Scout uniform, saying you wear that every day. So I did not force you to do anything. And everyone know that I did not force you to do anything. So, yeah,
Lil got hammered by everybody. I mean, except for Tawana. But you know, I mean, if you get second place, you got to have thick. It's Survivor. It's a brutal show. Yeah. There's a lot of people that watch it. And
I was too much. And I admit that. I apologize for being too much personally.
Yeah. Well, and what was it? The first time you guys, when you threw the challenge to us, and the first time we went to vote somebody off, you were hammered. And just
but I didn't think I threw the challenge according to Andrew Savage.
I knew. What? I knew you did. He said that. When did he say that? Did he say that?
No, he goes, this guy. When I rated you guys, he was just like, because this pissant says he threw the challenge. We won that fair and square. And I'm like, I literally moved people out of the way on the fucking chessboard.
Yeah, I knew that, but
it's obvious that I threw the challenge.
I figured you guys just had a weird fucking vibe. Like it was time to lose somebody. And being that we were losing people and we were getting rid of that energy.
Yeah. I wanted to trim the fat. So like if you guys had taken Burton, we were gonna vote out Rupert.
Yeah. And then he would have been in the outcast thing.
Did they didn't show the mutiny on TV, did they?
The
mutiny offer?
The offer, no. They never showed that. They showed it on Cook Island.
So Bobby, so when we threw that challenge and they got Rupert for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Before Rupert comes back, Jeff goes, I'm going to offer you guys a chance to mutiny. So anyone that wants to jump from any tribe can jump right now. And what I should have said is, let's make a merge right now. Let's screw this tribal shit. It's even numbers. Let's force the merge right now. Is what I should have said. I didn't. I just temporarily bit my tongue. Yeah. And then Michelle was not in a good spot, and
Sean
wasn't in a good spot, and I think Michelle asked Austin or asked Andrew. She goes, "Hey, if we go over there, you know, what's the?" And he was like, "Anyone that comes here is first one's voted out." And I'm just like, "Well, there you have it, folks."
Yeah,
that was a bad move on.
It didn't make me or Austin happy, and Austin was tired at that point. We're both like, "What did he just say?" And I think he was so gung ho Morgan that he let that slip out.
Yeah,
he didn't mean it.
And Rupert was like, because Rupert could have stayed there. He's like, I will never betray Drake. So it was just in their blood as the
that's a guy
quote unquote leader. But I'm just like, well, Rupert, you're not the leader of Drake.
Yeah, I go, hey Rupert, you can stay over there. Sean, Michelle, you're good. And the next thing you know, Andrew says that. And I think afterwards he was probably thinking, because when we went back, we didn't really talk about it. We did didn't we do a challenge right then and there? I can't remember. I think we did a challenge, right? Oh yeah,
no,
we did.
I mean, that was after the reward. So I guess we did a immunity.
Yeah, it was the one where we were pulling each other out in the ocean with the boats, and then you had to put the flag up where Ryan put the wrong coordinates down.
Perfect.
What was that? I think the second one or something like that.
Well, no. It was much later because it was after the reward where you stole Rupert, because you stole Rupert like episode 5 or 6 probably.
Oh, okay.
I want to say episode 6 if I had to guess. But no, I mean, as I said, the fact that he said that was so. But no, I wish I had asked everyone to just a full mutiny to one tribe, and that would have changed the entire game. And it may have not worked out for me.
Yeah. Well,
but turning the game from a 2-tribe game to an individual game that early, I think would have been really cool.
That would have been wild because we were down.
We would have become friends a lot sooner.
But you and I would have become friends. We would have punted Burton. But I love Burton, but I don't.
Well, we would have punted with and we would have punted Andrew too. Then, if you want to take out one of mine, I'm taking out one of yours to make it even.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's how it was going to go down. But I think that happening right then and there probably would have saved Sean and Michelle's skin. Obviously, did we lose Johnny?
Might have lost Johnny for a second. Okay, well,
I'm getting back.
Oh, there he is.
So basically, Michelle and Sean would have been stoked. When I know Sean would have buddied up to me, and Michelle probably would have talked to Dara, whatever. But I think it would have been such a phenomenal game if that happened, or Sean and Michelle came over, because at some point I was thinking of cutting bait, because you got to think gameplay. You can't, I was Andrew all the way to the end, but some of the other people, I was like, okay, Tawana, no, you're not going to be at the end with me. Dara, obviously, I love. Austin, he was checked out. He'd be like every day, oh, how much am I getting? How much am I getting? I was like,
really?
OT, you got to stay in the game, brother. You got to help me out. He's like, I ain't going to do shit. Don't get rid of Skinny Ryan. I'm struggling. I'm like, I don't care. But yeah, it would have been a wild, wild dynamic had everybody gotten together and just merged, because I think it would have thrown production into plan B, because they probably had that plan B, and it would have been absolutely chaotic for them. Probes would have been like, oh, I actually think it would have probably made the season maybe top season. If we all, John, I was just saying, if we had all gotten together, and like you said,
I've been listening. Oh no, I heard everything.
Because if you did that, no, I would have agreed.
I do not think they had a plan B for us doing a full mutiny into one tribe. I do not think there was a plan B.
Really?
I don't know, because who would think of that?
Yeah.
Well, if you're offering a mutiny, then people want to mute. I mean, you have to be prepared for that.
But you have there. I guarantee there's enough. Yes, people going. There's no way they all. Probably no one mutinies. Best case scenario, 1 or 2.
Yeah.
No one's saying. And if someone's like, "What if there's a full mutiny?" and then you have Mark going, "No way, there's a full mutiny. No one's even throwing it out there."
Was that him talking? That was a terrible accent.
No, that's my King George.
But no, I do
a horrible Mark Burnett.
Knowing Mark, he would have planned for it. There's no way he wouldn't have been. I mean, dude, the guy
I really think they would not. But if they, then worst case scenario, it would be 2. Well, no, because they were saying it wouldn't be 2 tribes living as one. They were saying if you want to jump tribe, you could jump tribe. So wow, would have been they would have hated me.
Yeah, they would have really hated you. But I think in the long run, the dynamic would have worked out. and then maybe.
Oh, they were lovely at the end. If I'd made so say we're all together.
Yeah,
I feel like the initial votings remain the same, but I feel like people like me, you, and Burton, or maybe even me, you, and Savage are working together. But then but me and Savage are butting heads, so maybe that doesn't work out for me, or maybe that doesn't work out for. So I feel there's a little more manipulation in friendships than tribal friendships.
Yeah.
So, because me and you were fucking hanging out, I was assigned babysitter duty for Ryno, but it wasn't that I didn't. It wasn't like I was kicking and screaming, going, "Oh no, I don't want to hang out with." Like I was just like, I like this motherfucker more than I like most of you.
Yeah, we were having a good time together, but at that point too, I knew I was being isolated. I'm like, unless there was some, I would have loved to have had a Mutiny idol. When did those come into play? What season? Charlotte, you fucker. What season was that?
When are Mutiny idols, Bobby?
Oh man, it was a few
9
seasons
after All Stars.
Yeah.
Okay, so just
9 or 10.
Thinking about that, how nice that would have been. But I knew. We did the challenge. All the coconuts ended up in my slot within 0.2 seconds. I was like, all right. So I just,
well, mine weren't far behind, Ryno. Don't think I couldn't read the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
I was just like, how do I now? I'm like, who do I lie to become friends with this week?
That's true. That's true.
I'm. How old are you now, Ryno?
What's that?
How old are you? You just had your birthday. How old are you?
Oh, 50, I just turned 52.
Okay, I'm 50, and I think Survivor aged us both a couple extra years.
Oh yeah, I look 60. Some guy wanted to fight me in a bar, and the guy was this fat dude, and I called him Beats by Dre because he had beats around his neck. I go, okay, Beats by Dre. He goes, listen, old man. I'm all, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
I had my hat on like
if
this.
Ryno hadn't done Survivor, the guy would have said, I want to fuck you at the bar, not fight you. So there's
right,
that.
Yeah.
Oh, and the first season with the Hidden Immunity Idols was Guatemala, by the way.
Oh, season 11. Okay. All right. Yeah. So
wow, look at Ryno with his number game.
Yeah, season 11. Hey, I don't watch anymore, but I know all the older stuff, and I love what's her name? Cindy Hall came and saw me when I first moved. She lives in Naples, so she was dropping a friend off at the airport, and she's all, I'll stop by for a little bit. So yeah, Guatemala.
Oh, how'd that work out? You guys dating?
Oh, we're totally dating. Yeah.
Survivor. Hey, Reddit, you heard it here. I can't post it because I'm banned because you have a nerd mod that won't let me post on there because that's your life and I'm actually a fucking survivor.
Yeah.
Have you ever been asked back by production at all, or ever got the call or entertained to possibly come back?
When I talked to Lynn, I was supposed to come back. But nobody called me.
Never really got.
Not even second chances, which I was kind of shocked about. That was kind of weird. I was like, who the fuck are all these people that are getting phone calls? But that's purely a Probst thing. And I'm going to say this right now. Probst doesn't like me. Otherwise he would have had me back. For some reason, I don't know.
Well, I love Probst and Probst loves me. So I just want to say that. I want to have that out there.
Oh, you're good, Johnny.
Sorry, Ryno.
But no, I'd never do the show again. But I did when I did World's Toughest Race in Fiji, which is Eco Challenge. Mark was the one that got me on. Oh. Mark was so fucking. Him and I were cool. For some reason, Probst and I weren't. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't.
And Ryno, if you want to watch. If you want to see Ryno on World's Toughest, well, you can't. But the show is available on Amazon Prime, and his partner's Michaela from Survivor.
Yeah, you know what? I honestly don't even like. I think we were in one shot, and they go, "Oh, there was supposed to be a storm," and then it cuts to us in flat water, and we were in a. Dude, it was like cyclones. It was the worst weather, but the shot they shot was days like I don't know, the day before or something. I'm going, are you kidding me right now? There's cyclones and waves, and our outriggers started sinking. But they show this beautiful shot of us not paddling, not doing anything. They're like, oh, there's a storm coming. So they decided to stop paddling. I'm like, what? So yeah, that was it.
It made
That
me
was
so.
my
It made me
short-lived.
so happy to show you fail on the world's toughest race.
Yeah.
Me and Burton shared a few
You,
Patron shots. Actually,
yeah.
I think the Casa Azul. We did
No, him
the
and
good
I.
stuff.
What are you talking about? You weren't in Fiji. It was me and him. He was out there. Did you know that?
Oh no, we were talking about it. We shared a couple
Oh,
shots looking at your footage of the still water, and you quit.
it was devastating. Well, that water was tough, man. You never know what could happen out there. Somebody actually asked me if
Ryno.
it.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
go ahead.
No. Somebody
Season
asked
50
me
is coming.
if like Survivor and or World's Toughest Race is filmed on sets because
Yeah.
everybody's convinced that it's all.
Yeah.
I'm all, oh yeah, Catalina Island. That's where Pearl Islands was filmed. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I go, no, it wasn't. You're messing with me. I go, it's filmed on Catalina Island. They get so upset. They want to go see it. I go, dude, it's fucking Panama or it's Fiji. It's a location. It's not. Well, I know for a fact, my friend, who's your friend? It's on a sound. It's not Big Brother. We're out in the middle of the jungle. But it's kind of funny when did people come up to you and ask you that too? Like, oh, is that all fake?
Yeah, well, I explained to them that the longest we're in makeup for 8 hours just doing the bug bites every day. So you think we would just leave the bug bites on, but we have those awesome showers and those bungalows that we wash. We just wash off the bug bites and just sit in makeup the next day for another 8 hours. Don't care.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
those bug bites looked insane. How bad was that bug problem?
It was terrible. But Jonny was fine.
It was the worst.
Jonny didn't have hardly anything on him.
Yeah, I was.
Well, there's a reason.
They were afraid of that.
He has those arm sleeves that he had.
Yes.
The arm sleeves, and then he had pants and a Le Tigre shirt.
Because
that's what it was.
I'm still convinced you guys, and then Boston Rob's first season. Why am I blanking on the name of that season? But they
was it? Oh, Marquesas.
Marquesas, thank you.
Yeah,
so Marquesas and you guys, I feel like was the worst bug situation I've ever seen.
It was terrible. It was. And
these are the arm sleeves.
Yeah, that's it.
That Krista made for me with the sewing machine.
Oh, really? Yeah, because
you get when you go back and do the All-Star season 50, you got to bring those.
50.
Well, here was my luxury item for Pro Islands. We didn't get our luxury item, but here's my luxury item: the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase Pillow Pal.
I literally
this was going to be my luxury item.
What's the guy on? Hi, Charlotte. Home Improvement, or not Home Improvement?
Oh, Tool Time.
Tim the Tool Time Taylor's buddy. What's his name?
Oh, that's
what he looks like.
Al. Al. I ended up doing Celebrity Survivor Family Feud. It was me, Hatch, Rudy, Rupert, and Ethan against Sheehan, Tawana, Krista, Jenna Maraska, and Sue Hawk. And we're walking out there, and the Tool Time goes, he goes, what's your name? I go, Fairplay. Because I wouldn't agree to, like, they've never put a nickname on a name thing before. And I'm just like, I'm not doing it unless it says Fairplay. And they're like, so they agree to do Fairplay. So we're about to walk out. He goes, what's your real name? I go, Jonny Fairplay. He goes, what were you born? And I was like, well, I was born John Dalton, but I'm legally Johnny Fairplay. He goes, oh, well, John Dalton's a better name. I'm like, fuck you, Tool Time. So then when we went to do the handshake, so we filmed 5 episodes, and each day is a different captain. So the episode I'm the captain, he goes to shake my hand, and I go woo, and I Ric Flaired him. Stop tape! That guy lost his fucking mind. He was like, "Fuck you!" He's like, "We're not using this." He was so pissed. And then we actually did start filming. If both, so me and Tawana were questions for our episode that we were captains. And if people miss the question, just do another question. So our first question was, name what's the most famous John in history? And I bring the I go John Holmes, and he goes, show me Johnny Wad. I was like, and then Tawana couldn't stop laughing, and so he couldn't say anything. And then they went to the next question, and so it didn't make it on the show.
Johnny Wad.
But Tool Time was cool enough to say, show me Johnny Wad.
I love that. Yeah, no, I met that guy too. He was pretty nice. I was surprised, but whatever. He was a dick to you, so we're no longer friends. I'm going to take him off my MySpace top 8. I'm going to get rid of him.
Right. Ryno has a lot of random people. It's like me and Ryno were in Vegas, and like I'm looking through his like missed calls or call log, and Wayne Brady's in there, and I was like, why is Wayne Brady? He's like, oh yeah, we're friends. And I'm like, let's call him. He's like, all right.
Shit. Yeah, I had a lot of random people in there. But the best story is walking into Johnny's apartment, and I see Mickey Rourke on the couch, and Mickey Rourke refuses to leave. And I couldn't get him out of there. He just wanted me to hang out and party. And I was like, dude, and Johnny's all, you got to get this guy out of here. You got to get him out of here.
This guy's got to get out of here.
Yeah, it was before he did The Wrestler, right? I think it was right before that.
Oh yeah. This is This is not good, Mickey Rourke.
No.
Yeah.
Was he there for 2 weeks or something like that?
No, he was I was actually at my buddy. It was at my buddy's in Brentwood. We called you in for the assist. So no, he was there for 4 or 5 days. He finally left to go get his dog, and then came back, and then we were like, we saw him out, like, it was like the predecessor to the Ring doorbell, and like we see him out, he's like, I'm back, I got the dog, we're good. It's just like, no one open this fucking door.
Nobody
please.
open the door. Pretend like you're not here.
Yeah. There are no drugs quiet in here. Please go away.
And then after he makes
everyone be real quiet.
Oh, please come back.
Crazy days.
Well, that was a crazy thing. So I ended up like a couple of years later, I did. He had done The Wrestler. I had done Australia's version of Comic-Con. I had just flown back from Australia to the U.S. into LAX. We're on one side of the terminal. I had to go all the way to the other side of the terminal. We get to the other side of the terminal, and there's Kristen Prouty, who used to book Surreal Life and all these shows. She was Stephanie McMahon's best friend in college, and her job then or now was the celebrity liaison for WWE. And so we get to our terminal, the limousine's pulling up right as we walk up, and we see a limousine. It's Kristen Prouty, who's a friend, and Mickey Rourke gets out. And I'm just like, holy shit. I'm like, I literally just watched like the last match I got to watch for WrestleMania before I had to leave for the plane. And I had the chance to go to Peter Jackson's studio, and I chose to watch WrestleMania instead in Australia. I was like, the last match I saw was you, Mickey Rourke. I wanted to watch WrestleMania. He goes, oh yeah, I was there, brother. I was there in Australia. Like, No, you were at fucking wherever WrestleMania was. Like, what are you talking about? So yes, he is insane.
It was interesting,
So,
to say the least. I was going to say
so
something
Ryno,
about
before
Pearl
we let you
Islands, I
go,
just can't remember a goddamn thing about it. No, some behind it. We got to do a behind the scenes thing at some point.
We will. Me and Jen Hoffman, we're going to bring back the look back deal, and we're going to bring you on for some episodes because there's plenty of shit you remember that I don't. But Ryno, season 50. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask. Season 50 is coming up. Jeff Probst has said he's opening it up to anyone from previous seasons. If you were to get the call for Survivor season 50, would you say yes?
They're never calling me, but probably not. I mean, I take that back. Here's the deal. If I knew you were going, and we had a way to get you on one tribe and me on the other, and work that, maybe. But I don't.
Okay.
It'd be because I don't know any of these people, and I don't want to spend time watching the newer seasons. I don't want to sit there. I don't care.
Oh, you don't have to watch. They're all the same person. I've seen it.
Yeah. When you've seen one, you've seen them all. I don't think I'll get asked back. I mean, Probst, he just. Yeah. I should have been on.
For the record, Ryno.
But at least for the vote.
There's a couple good kids on the new era, but just a couple.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just I thought.
I'll tell you their names off the air.
Oh, okay. But I would kind of, having not been on Second Chance, not even to be getting a phone call to go to LA, that was a slap in the fucking face. Because there's a lot of people that did a lot of shit in a lot of seasons. They still remember me. So I didn't understand it.
You're the first person to show your dick on TV.
Yes, a unedited version of Captain Helmet.
Unedited version of Ryno's dick. I don't know, Bobby. Bobby's looking it up now. He needs to.
Yes, he found it.
So, but yeah, Ryno's dick was unedited. And for those of you wondering, it looks like a Pepsi can soft. I don't know what it looks like otherwise. I have no desire to find out. But I'd imagine it's probably amazing based on the girls that Ryno's dated and or been engaged to. So
positive reviews on Yelp. A 4.8 on Yelp.
For Ryno's Pepsi can penis.
Should I go to this business or not?
No,
all right.
Bobby knows the real he's making.
Shit. Good times, man.
Sweet. Hey, Ryno, I love you so much. I'm gonna head to Florida. If you want to head up here anytime, we got it. We're in the midst of Airbnb renovations for the second floor of my home right now. I'm also in the middle of renovations for the podcast studio. I am heading down there. I got a charity event for the Atlanta Braves, but it's somewhere in Clearwater or Sarasota or one of those near you. So I will be hitting you up. We're definitely going to meet up for a drink. I can't wait. Maybe more. Who's to say?
Good. Yeah, I mean, you're more than welcome to come to the house.
But yeah,
the whole thing is that now that I got the other dog, they're neurotic. Like, and he's been barking. He's upset right now. He wants to go outside. Charlotte's ready to go. Oh yeah.
I am not shocked that you have neurotic dogs, Ryno. That tracks.
Yeah, they're cattle dogs.
Just knowing you for 20 years.
Look at that face. Look at that.
Hey, Ryno, real quick. You guys show us your bikes real quick before you let us go.
All right, my Harleys. Hold on.
Yeah. So Ryno's a bike connoisseur. For those of you wondering, these will be available for sale shortly because he's doing some upgrades.
Well, I'm thinking about getting out of construction and building choppers. But I mean, these are the first two bikes I bought, so I bought them for cheap. But this, I don't know if you.
Well, he didn't buy them that cheap, folks. So don't expect a good deal.
Yeah, that right there is a '92 FXR Harley, and that one's a Road Glide. And then that one over there is a dirt bike. It's a white 22
Okay.
YZ250 21. But yeah, I love bikes. I mean, that's been my thing since I was a kid. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the new venture. If I build it, they will come. I expect
There you
Johnny to
go.
buy one for $25,000.
Sure. That's
Orange,
a
like
good deal.
Orange
And
County chopper.
hold on.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I don't know if you're. So I told you, Ryno, earlier. I'm a cat guy. I'm also a cat whisperer and can talk to other spirits. Is that Stanley?
Is Stanley there?
Hold on. Can I talk? Ryno, why did you let me die? Oh, that was your cat, Stanley. There we go.
Yeah. Stanley, it's good to hear from you, buddy.
Why did Lil do better than you in challenges? Oh wow, Stanley working stiff. Ryno, I don't know. It's Stanley too soon on the Lil challenge stuff.
Ryno, why won't you ask for second chances or all stars or any other seasons?
Bobby, you got a dead Stanley the cat.
Yeah, I've just got my little one here. That's about it.
Okay. All right. Ryno, why is it an RC Cola can and a Pepsi can? Yeah, I hate on RC Cola and Cheerwine. Ryno.
Why do you have 2 cattle dogs now? I thought you liked cats. What are you doing, baby? Huh?
All right, so Ryno, the spirit of Ryno's dead cat Stanley is talking to everyone.
Still around.
I love you. You know that you're one of the best, brother. Bobby, thank you so much.
Of
course.
Bobby.
Were you prepared for this insanity?
No, but I always love hearing these stories, especially the behind the scenes stuff. That's what really that's what people want to hear. They want to hear your guys' true experiences and the stuff we don't see on the show. So it is good to hear a lot of these stories. Sure, there's a lot more that you guys could tell us and a lot of questions I could come up with next time.
Yeah, you'll have to do a Q&A or something like that for the fans.
Yeah, I would love that.
There's so much shit that John and I did that people will be like, what? Like the Russian boat that almost sank, the flight down we almost got killed on.
Oh my God!
Remember that, Johnny?
I don't remember any of this because I was just in my own little world. So yeah.
You don't remember? We were sharing. So Austin brought.
Well, don't tell it now. Let's save it.
What? Okay, save it for the next time.
Save it for the next
if I'm
one.
available,
all right. So Bobby, mark those down.
They're casting me for season 50.
Yeah, I'll write all these down for next time, so that next time we'll have a bunch of good questions for you going into it. But appreciate
Ryno, where are you? You're not on season 50. Oh, I'm just talking about the backstory behind Pearl Islands from 20 years ago.
There you go. Dead Stanley got his answer on why Ryno's not on season 50.
Yeah, I made the whiteboard a bunch of times.
Thank you, everybody. Before we let you go, if we could have a quick word from our amazing sponsors. Hold on. Here we go. I got some greatness for you. Coming to Cary's Cocoa Amphitheater, it's the legendary Roots crew. That's right. The Roots are coming to Cary, North Carolina, Friday, August 30th. And they're not alone. Special guest Macy Gray. This is benefiting the K-Yao Cancer Fund, so get your tickets now. That's right, go to etix.com, that's etix.com, or come to the venue box office. It's Coca Booth Amphitheater in Cary, North Carolina, Friday, August 30th. The Roots! See you there.
I try to walk away, but I stumble. And then I'm not cast on 50.
I know. And Ryno, do you want to meet Macy Gray and the Roots? You want to come up with that?
I can't. I would. I got nobody to watch the dogs.
Okay.
They're like children. They're not like kids. You can't tell them hey, I'm leaving. Here's this person watching you. They freak out.
hey, I'm leaving. Turn on the TV. Which do you like Paramount Plus or Peacock?
No, I put Motor Trend on for them. They love it, but then they get bored. And well, Charlotte, she's a terror, absolute terror. Female dogs are not good, right, Charlotte? Charlotte, come over
you
here.
don't. I've noticed you don't do good with females. Okay, well, with that.
On
Hey,
that note, hey, thanks
Bobby,
everybody
thank
for
you.
coming out.
Yeah, Ryno, thank you so much. Hang on,
Yeah,
I
buddy.
want to say goodbye to you after this. But everybody, click the subscribe button, click the like button, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your ugly ass cousin. Let's get them on here. Reality App Show. We're talking Survivor. We have some big stuff coming up. We got Patrick Hines from True Crime Obsessed. He's joining us for season 47, talking John Lovett. He's on Podcast America. We have really cool stuff. Ryno is being attacked and possibly dying right now. He'll be meeting his dead cat Stanley soon enough. And until then, we love you, everybody. Bye.
You